Korean MMO devs secretly developing 3D AI generator for game development industry. 2K textures, awesome details, and game-ready topology. Is that for real? Let's take a look. Guys, this is Steph, and we're reviewing something really interesting. I was actually surprised to know that NCSoft, the guys who developed Lineage, Ion, Throne of Liberty, basically one of the biggest MMORPG from my childhood and of current time, has AI department called NCAI, and they developed quite few AI language models called Varco. And what's most interesting for us, that 1st of December, they silently launched Varco Live, available for everyone to test. And we're gonna be first to review this, before any marketing noise. So the website called 3d.varco.ai, and here's how it looks. So first of all, there's just 3 tabs here. The first one is Explore, and here we can see some generation. Obviously, since we have a new year, most of them are Christmas themed, which is cool. We can take a look on the generations. It looks very interesting. I really like the sharpness of a texture somewhere, but I also can see some artifacts right away. Here generation is a bit better, but there's here. Oh, this one is actually very interesting. Backside is also not the best one, but the front side look very interesting. Of course, I already did some tests, and here's how it works. It costs you 100 credits to generate model from text, or if you add an image, it will cost you 200 credits. You can see 50% discount, but this only happens if you subscribe. And the good news for you is that there is a free plan that allows you up to 10 free generations, which is actually very good. So you can give it a try for free right now. Now, what's interesting, that might be minor, but I really like it. The interface is actually well done. I don't really know the use case. You can easily use the studio on tablet and mobile. It is really well optimized. Not many 3D AI platforms even bother about it, and these guys think this is important. Anyway, what about 3D models? I already created plenty of them, and let's review some interesting insights. And you guys, of course, can go to Top3D AI and compare. Varco 3D is already there in the list and on the arena. By yourself, you can compare it side by side with any other 3D AI, such as Trellis, that is also available there for comparison. It's absolutely free, just for your knowledge, and so you can decide which tool to use, since most of them still paid and some are very expensive. What's interesting, that it actually tries to create each model as a game-ready asset, some sort of optimized asset. So here is my image prompt, and you see tree crown is usually complex. When I tried to create it in Mesh, it created like a 3 million polygons, tried to create every leaf, and Varco, trained by different strategy, it creates a shape around it, which is actually very good, because this model can be easily optimized and placed to the game. Although it's not realistic style, I understand, but for some styled game, and if they will continue to improve it, this is quite a unique style. And to confirm this logic, they also have Remesh available, which is really good. I think probably the Remesh tool here is even better than 3D AI here, but let's see on the bad examples. So here is our alien, and on the front it looks amazing. I can even see space in his eyes. But if we turn it like to the side, we can see something really weird. And I don't know, but around 20% of models I generated has quite a problems from the sides. The back side is cool, front side is cool, and this one is texture bad and geometry is bad. And you can see it's like sort of squarish. This is not the only case. Here you can see the coral, and you can see, oops, it's like a square. I think they need to improve the understanding of shapes, and as you can see, there is no multi-view generation available here, so I can guide it. If we take a look on this same coral anywhere else, like let's say Trellis, it creates different shapes, like more like realistic coral. Here you can see Hunyuan created some weird stuff, but they are not squarish. So this happens time to time, and it's weird. However, sometimes it gives nearly perfect game-ready assets, such as this tower. It's really good one from all the perspectives, like everything is perfect. And let's see how this remesh works. Let's say I want to put it like to my game, and I want it really optimized. Let it be 5K triangles. Let's press Remesh. It already did the geometry and it also do a texture baking, which is also amazing. So here is the optimized version. Finalize it. All right, so here is the original one. We can see the shape and mesh, as many ask like to show the mesh. It's just a high poly mesh, nothing interesting, just a normal mesh with some small artifacts on the normals like this. And if we take a look on the remeshed mesh, first of all, I really like how the texture is baked. It's really convenient. Like if I would be developing mobile game, this is just drag and drop to the game and use right away. And here's the mesh. I chose the triangles, as I said. I can see some small problems here. It's easy to fix, but it's very annoying to have something like that. And some problems with the normals. However, overall, I was super happy with the result. Here are some other tests I did. Here is the robot. Here we can see I chose the quads. And with quads, it actually gives way less artifacts and it's surprisingly good. This is probably the best remesher. It works similar to Blender quad remesher thing, so maybe they use something like that, but for game devs, this is really time saver. Right now there is Hunyuan that has Polygen 1.5, which is close to this, but has limited access, which is also very promising. And I think so far Hunyuan and Varco will be in the top of the list for remesh tool. Here is another example. I also did remesh for triangles. Again, with triangles, I don't know why it creates some non-manifold polygons, which also result in artifacts on the shading, which is I don't like. It's again like easy to fix, but really annoying. Quad remeshing works way better. Here you can see another example. This is remeshed and this is the original one. It keeps the texture intact, like really good. So you can see the texture, original one, and here is the bake one, right? Everything intact. In most of the cases, results are pretty decent overall, but you always can find some imperfection and weirdness with the texture. But this tool still in beta. Let's see how they improve this. I think they will improve the texturing pipeline over time, and I would love to see where it goes. And here is the topology after remesh. Quite nice. Here are some examples with the faces. It looks like sort of Giga Chat stuff, right? I don't know, the chin is always extruded, some sort of. And I tested like on multiple characters. You can take a look at the reference. There's like a light that make these areas more prominent, baked into the texture, which should not happen ideally. And most of the 3D AI working on this so it ignores the lightning from the image reference, right? Here's another example, and you can see the chain is same here. It's some sort of bias from training data, and the same thing with the light, which is not really good. Also, we can test like some extreme cases, such as like we can choose custom quads, and let's say I want it to fill 1K quads, the whole gaming assets, which actually really good. You can compare it to the reference. Here is the reference image. Here is the output model. Again, without remesh, it is high poly. Let's say I need 1K quads. Let's try to do remesh and see how it looks. Here we go. Let's take a look. Quite nice. Again, for an asset, like for mobile game or stuff, that's really good. And topology is quite okay. Looks everything manageable, not look like a slop. So for remesh tool, they definitely get a like from me. For geometry, I think they still need to improve some stuff. Look, here I did something, and like on the reflection, it was like plenty of holes, which definitely very bad. Should not happen. For geometry and textures, they still need to polish it. It is still in beta, so no hard judging. Another big company doing 3D AI is an amazing news, especially for game devs. And since a game developer in the first place, I believe they know about the needs. And aside of 3D, they are also soon to release some amazing products such as Varco Sync Face, Varco Sound, some stuff for translation and media. This one might be also very impressive. We'll definitely take a look when it's released. And if that's not too much to ask, guys, go on their X profile and drop a comment, "Hi from Stefan 3D AI," so they know our community is already testing it. Like and subscribe, and happy new 2026 for you and your families. Bye.